Hey Flosstube, how is everybody? Lovely to be back talking to you all again. Today is Sunday, the 4th of June. So, yeah, I know. 5 weeks, 6 weeks maybe. Yeah, well, that's life. I have been really busy. I have lots to show you again. I don't know if it's just because I'm leaving it so long between how long I do these, but yeah, tons to tell you, tons and tons to tell you. Firstly, I just want to say my mum's story. Oh my gosh, you guys all loved it. You loved it, and it was really great. The response I got from it was lovely to hear all your messages. You're all in love with my mum, and anyway, I did tell her about the story and how I told you all on here, and she thought it was great, and she says that she thinks that I need to put a photo up of her so that you can all see what she looks like. So we've got a photo, so I'm going to try and insert that a little later in the program when I get to her project, because I want to talk to you about that as well. So I'll show you if I can work out how to edit, Anyway, I'm not really going to talk too much about any life stuff or weather or anything like that. I'm just going to jump straight in today because I've got so much to tell you, and I really don't want to upload a video that takes another 24 hours to upload, because that was crazy. The last one was 1 hour and 17 minutes and it took 24 hours to upload. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Firstly, before I get into anything, I also just would like to apologise to Ronna, because I don't actually think she's seen my last video yet, because she hasn't commented, so I'm hoping she hasn't seen it. I was explaining to you guys about the thread heaven, that Ronna let me know why there was dirty marks on my whip. She explained to me that when you're dragging the problem was that it had been 6 weeks since I'd read the message, or longer than that, and I should have gone back and just reread it. I said to you that the thread, when you're dragging the dark coloured threads across your thread heaven, that it picks up the dye, and then when you drag the white thread across, it picks up the dark dye, and that your white threads end up dirty. That wasn't exactly right when I went back and read it. It's the fibres from the thread, which does make more sense, doesn't it? Yeah, because DMC's colour fast. But anyway, the fibres can come out of the thread and get caught in your thread heaven, and then when you drag the white back across, it can pick up those fibres, those dark fibres, and that's what makes your white thread dirty. So yeah, sorry Ronna, I've got it right now, so hopefully I had to fix that, because I felt so bad when I went and read it. I thought, oh, you fool, you've done that wrong. Now also, I mentioned in the last video that Nicole from Buckeye Stitcher we'd been chatting back and forth, and she'd let me know how cheap threads were, and she was going, I don't want to repeat all this, it's all in the last video, but she wanted to send me some threads. She wanted to rack me some threads because she knew how much we have to pay for them here. They can be really expensive. So she sent me some threads. She asked me to give her some colours because they were 3 for 99 cents over there, and I graciously didn't accept at first, but she talked me into it, and it was just such a sweet thing, and I just wanted to let you guys know. But I want to show, because I can't show the front because that's got her address, her return address on it, but here's the envelope, because it's really weird when I've done this to someone. I've sent something and you see your envelope and you just go, oh, weird, that's weird. So yeah, that's your envelope, and these are the lovely threads that she sent me all the way from Ohio. So that was really sweet, Nicole, really sweet. And I did say that I was going to link her channel below, and I forgot to do it. So on this one, I'm hoping that I can remember, Nicole, to link your channel below, because you guys really need to go watch her. She's fabulous. She she'll always mention about how she talks really fast, but she's very articulate when she speaks, and you don't notice that she's speaking really quickly. I don't notice it anyway. It's only when she points it out that I'm aware of it. But she has some beautiful work, and she's just had some work finished by Vonna. If you haven't, seen it, you should go and look, because Vonna's done a beautiful job, and she's really happy with the finishes on her projects. And she does a lot of, I'm not sure if you guys call it primitive stitch. I don't want to say the wrong thing. God, I don't want to be apologising on the next video saying something wrong again. But it's classic kind of really beautiful stuff. Not stuff that I actually really am into, but I love it. I love looking at it. It's so pretty. Yeah, so she's stitching some really pretty things, so you need to go check her out. She's a Buckeye Stitcher, but I will link below. I promise, Nicole, I will remember to link below. And she also sent me a lovely postcard, so about the Buckeye candy, or about their Buckeye nut. I think they're a nut off the tree. She has explained that, but yeah, I just thought that was really sweet, and there's a nice little message on the back, but that's just for me. So yeah, so thanks again, Nicole. Really sweet, really, really sweet of you to do that for me. Okay, so I'm gonna jump straight into whips, guys, because I've got so much to show you today. Cinderella. Now, what I do want to say about my stitching is that before I came on Flosstube, I was a one whip gal. I only ever stitched one whip until from start to finish. And 18 months ago, I started watching you guys with all your rotations and and it didn't really appeal to me. Like, it doesn't appeal to me as a rule, because I think part of my personality just doesn't allow it. So for me, it's very difficult for me to switch projects. I've only got 2 at the moment, and that's working okay. I can manage it. I can, after a while, go, okay, it's time to switch now. You need to stop. And I stop, and I will change. I've been trying to do 2 weeks on one and 2 weeks on the other. But, if I'm nearly finished a page or something, I just keep going until I finish the page. Like, there's no rules here, guys. We all know that. But what I have noticed about my stitching is, I guess I'm what you would call a progress stitcher. I've heard people say that before, where for me, it's about seeing progress on my piece. If I was switching all the time and not seeing much progress, it would do my head in. So for me, it's really about, I have to see something happening on my piece, But what I'm also very, I think I'm also you'd probably call it a disciplined stitcher. Like, if I'm, getting bored with something that I'm working on, I just push through it. I'm very disciplined that way with my stitching. And what's been funny for me recently is watching all you guys, and I've been watching Stitch Mania videos like there's like nothing else. I've been watching all of them because I'm getting to see all these new projects and thinking, wow, love that, want to stitch that, So I've loved watching Stitch Mania, but at the same time, it makes my head hurt. I don't know how you guys do it. I just don't know how you do it. I think of all that preparation that goes into setting up a project before you start it. And I've been watching Tash. Hi, Tash from Starcross Stitcher. I watched all of hers. She did one every day of May, and it was awesome because I got to see 31 projects. It was amazing. And yeah, she had some beautiful things, but at the same time, it just makes my head hurt because there's no way I could even contemplate doing Stitch Mania. It just is not for me. But yeah, I just wanted to say, yes, I'm a disciplined stitcher. Yes, I'm a progress stitcher, and I'm doing my Cinderella whip, which I'm about to show you. Now, I'll just quickly show you this picture. For those of you that haven't seen it. So this is Cinderella. There we go. Now, where I'm at is I'm doing, I'm over here now, and I think I mentioned to you guys that I was hoping that I might get to the top of her head, and I have actually done her head. So, she's looking great. She's looking really great. Now, why I'm mentioning the whole disciplined stitcher thing is because when I stitch page by page, and before I sort of just recently discovered cross country and started doing that, I would go column by column across the page, down and or across and down, always square by square. That was how I stitched a full coverage piece. And if I was excited about something that I was getting to, keep stitching, stitch by column, stitch by column. That's how disciplined I am. Yeah, look what I've done. I have basically just stitched her head. So, as you can see here, I would have normally stitched all across the top here and slowly worked my way down. But I started to do that up here. Oh, sorry, I'm backwards. I get so confused. I started up here doing that, but I just couldn't help myself. I had to go and I had to just stitch her head and her hair and her arm just to, you know, she's got another arm. Oh gosh, she's got another arm that's got to go here. Her other arm will come down here. And what's really good, I don't know whether I can really show you. I know I'm not supposed to show you my patterns, but it's only a bit of a page. You're not going to be able to figure it out from this. But see how around where I've stitched now, it's just about all one colour, like there's not a lot of confetti. So I've done all the fiddly bit and all the confetti bit so that I could show you, because you guys are turning me into a crazy person. I have to do it and I have to do the head. That's not how I stitch. I'm very, you know, disciplined and I just work my way down the page, but I really wanted to stitch her head. I was so excited to see how it come out, and oh, I just love it. And you can see I've got my sulky thread on there and I love it. It works great. I really love it. I don't know. It just suits me. It suits my stitching style. But if anyone, you know, is thinking of trying it, I would highly recommend it. It's great. But yeah, how awesome is her hair? I love it. I love it. There's only 11 colours in this. 11 colours. Like, the depth that I'm getting in it and the you know, detail with 11 colours. I just think that's amazing. So, I'll give you a nice close up there. Get it right in there so you can have a bit of a look. So yeah, it's not going to take me long to finish this page that I'm working on, but I'm not going to do any more now on her. I got so carried away with wanting to get her head in, get her head finished, that yeah, I need to put her away now, because it's really been probably 3 weeks or more since I've touched Death by Cross Stitch, because I just had to do that. I just had to finish her. So at least I've got her head done now, and I can put that away and feel good about that. Because I just want to keep going. I always just want to keep going. I don't want to stop. It's really, really difficult for me to do that. So, yeah, is it just, you know, making me do things, Flosstube, that I just don't normally do. It's just, you know, stitching's changing, which is, you know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because I'm just enjoying it so much. So it really doesn't matter, does it? But yeah, I do like being a disciplined stitcher because, yeah, I like finishing things. So, okay, so Death by Cross Stitch. This is where we are. Try and get him all in there for you. There he is. So since you last saw this one, I have come down and done the horse here and half of that bottom motif there with all the birds and bird cages and things. I had to still do half of that. Just try and show you. And I had to do, I've done all of this down here and half of this. That was where it was left, where I last saw you. It was cut off about there. So I've done all of the rest of that page, and then I've come over and done that page there. But yeah, I still love this piece. I love this piece. I just think it's beautiful, and I cannot wait to see this one framed. I know exactly what I want to do. I am putting it in a white frame, and I think it's going to be beautiful. I know exactly how I want to frame this, and yeah, it's going in my lounge room and everything's grey and white in there. That's why I did these colours, and I think it's going to be really stunning, this piece, when it's framed. I think it's going to look really, really cool. I'll give you a nice close-up of this one too, because I like to see them up close. So show you a little bit of that. Yeah, but I'm this is so much fun, guys. If you know, I've said it before, but if you think you might like to stitch that, it's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Okay. Now told you I've got a lot to tell you, and I've got coffee today, and I am going to have a sip here and there because last time, oh my gosh, my mouth was that dry when I finished because I talked for so long I didn't have a drink. So I do have coffee today. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys now about needle needs. Remember that if you watched all the way to the end of the last one, I talked about needle needs and the emails that I got back, if you remember, if you were watching for that long. And I got some suggestions from some people who did watch for that long, surprisingly. And they, I want to mention two people in particular. One lady's name was Lou S. That's all I have, Lou S. Now she private messaged me and she explained that she'd had issues with needle needs, and she said to me, whack whack, I'm whacking you. This is me whacking you across the face. I loved it. I read it and cracked up laughing. I'm whacking you because you need to get onto them and you need to keep getting onto them. That was her advice to me. Get on, keep getting on, keep getting on. Thank you so much, Lou. I did that. I did get on, and I did, yeah, I'll tell you in a sec. And also, what was the other lady's name? Karen Green. Hi, Karen. Now, Karen messaged me. Karen messaged me and said to me, I live an hour away from them. She lives an hour away from them. And that if I would like her to, she would get onto them for me. How nice is that? She would get onto them for me, and I suppose she thought she might be able to put cranky pants on and do the things that I was struggling to do. But how nice was that of her to offer to do that for me? But again, she said the same sort of thing, you know, you've just got to get onto them. So what I did, have your ears open, guys. Anyone that's waiting, have your ears open, because this was incredible. I sent them an email and I said to them, I actually put in the subject, you know, so it would come up, refund. I just put the word refund, okay? And then I wrote a little email saying how long I'd been waiting, and that I was waiting on it for a project, that project wasn't, I couldn't stitch on it. I'd been waiting 6 months. I really need to stitch on this project. I think I've waited patiently for long enough. I would just like a refund, please. Cranky pants on. Cranky pants. That's as cranky as I could get. And I got an email back, I think it was maybe 24, 48 hours later. And in that email, first email I got back said that they had processed my order and that I could go and check on the order page on their website to see that it had been processed, and that they would be shipping it very soon, and that I would be sent a number, an order number, and a tracking number. And I was still a little bit skeptical because I think it was Lou that said to me that the similar thing had happened to her. They'd sent her something saying that they were processing it or sending it or something. Is that right, Lou? I think that's right. But it hadn't happened, and she had kept getting onto them and onto them. Now, I did that pretty much a few days after I did my last video, and I reckon maybe it was 3 or 4 days after that I got another email with a tracking number. So that we're up to about a week after my last video. Here's your tracking number, your order's on its way. And I thought, okay, all right. So I got on and I checked it. Yep, it's definitely on its way. Are you kidding me? This is what happened. And then it would have been maybe, I don't even think it would have been another 2 weeks. You're not going to believe me unless I show you. Here it is. They sent it. All because I put the word refund on my email. So if anyone else out there is waiting, now you know what to do. get on, put the word refund in your email and just send them an email and just see if you get the same response I did. It can't hurt, can it? It can't hurt to try. But yeah, I got them. So there's that story. Now, here's the thing. My fabric still doesn't fit. It still doesn't fit. These are 36-inch bars. They're the longest that they have. And after all that, I've got like still heaps hanging over. So what I did, and I'm going to show you because I'm hoping somebody's got a suggestion for this because I'm having major issues, okay? Have I got this? Yeah. Here's just a little bit of it, okay? It's on the frame. Wrong way. So you can see this is how big it is, okay? Crazy big, right? Now over here, this is the bit that I've had to fold over to fit it on this frame. So I've folded that over at the end, okay? Now at this end, where this is stitched already, when you roll it up, okay? So you roll like this, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, just so I can show you. What happens is where you're rolling this, where it's already stitched, this ends up really thick, okay? A lot thicker, say, than in the centre part here. And then because I've got it folded over at this end ends up quite thick as well. Now, if you've ever used a frame like this, what happens then is that this part in here that you actually want to stitch on has absolutely no tension. It's really, really loose because you've got the bulk here and the bulk at the other end. I can't get it tight enough to actually stitch on it. So after waiting 6 months and all the trouble I had, I can't use it. I'm going to have to take it off here. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Now, I have tried putting a bit of fabric inside. Turn this around here. Oh, you're going to get to see the back of my work. Ooh. I have tried to put a piece of fabric in here, like up in there, and roll it up into it so that made this as thick as the ends, if that makes sense. It's just not working. It's really, really hard to get it straight. So what I was wondering, I know there are other frames out there that have longer bars. I have seen them. But what I thought I might try, if anyone's done it, because I've seen some of you stitch hoops, you know, with these great big pieces and all that fabric, and I just go, oh. But I thought I might try maybe a 17-inch Q-snap and see if I can make it work on there. This is making me so annoyed because I waited all this time and didn't work on it. And now I'm thinking I could have probably just bought the Q-snaps and given them a go because I've only got 11 by 11. So I thought if I got a 17, that's sort of meaning that there's more fabric in it and I haven't got to roll, you know, so much up and try and tuck it all in. But I think I might try that. So if any of you guys have done a fairly large piece, because this is like 36 inches long. No, it's more. It's 40 inches, 42 inches wide. And almost the same high. It's almost the same high. I don't know, probably 35 or something like that. So it's massive. It is so big and cumbersome and really hard to stitch on. And I'm just trying to find a way because I do want to finish it. I'm a disciplined stitcher because I did for 1 second, just for 1 second go. Oh, is it really worth it? Shove it in the cupboard. I did think that for a second. I did, but I love it. I really love it. And yeah, it's 14 count. And now that I'm stitching on, you know, all those other pretty even weaves and that, I even did consider starting it again and doing it 25 count 1/1 because I thought that would make it a bit smaller and maybe that would make it a bit easier to work on a frame. But no, I'm gonna give the Q-snap thing a go, I think. So if anyone's done a really big project on a Q-snap and they could just give me a heads up and say, yeah, you know, I did a this big by this big and it worked okay, you know, I'd like to know because before I go and order the Q-Snap. So that would be really helpful. Okay, what else have we got? Done that. Done. Okay, where are we at? Now, I'm also going to do some shout outs. Just quickly, because, just let me have a drink. Because with this last video that I put up, as I mentioned at the start, I got so many comments on my mum's story. You all loved it. I had, I did want to mention a few of them because they were hilarious. One lady messaged me and said that her husband had actually walked into the room because she was sitting in the room on her own and she was cacking herself, and he came in to see what she was laughing at. And I just loved it. I just loved it. I loved every single one of them that I read. You guys loved that story, and it meant the world to me that you got it and you didn't, just see that I was having a go at something, because that wasn't it at all. That wasn't what it was about. So I knew you would get it. I was pretty sure you would, but I was a little bit worried. But what it seemed, I don't know, I've never had this happen before, but I was watching a video and someone mentioned me and give me a shout out and say, you have to go watch this lady's story, and so I just wanted to give those people a shout out back because, hey, this is the community, and for me, shout outs are as much about finding people. They're just about finding people for me. That's what it's about, and finding people that you might like, so, if you don't like any of these people, that's okay too, but these are people that I watch, and these are people that I subscribe to, that I was just watching their videos, Bendy Stitchy Michelle. Hey, Michelle. She's awesome. You got to check Bendy Stitchy Michelle out. She's great. She does a bit of thrift shopping, and yeah, she's got some awesome projects, and she's just great to listen to. She's really good to listen to. And her and I have kind of hit it off a little, and she mentioned my video, and I had meant to give her a shout out actually in my last one, but I didn't get to it, so wanted to give her a shout out. She has a friend, Michelle has a friend in the UK, Lollipop Stitches. I believe her name is Lolly. So she had messaged me in my last video about my video and said that she was considering doing one, and I gave her all the encouragement in the world and said, just do it, just get on and have a go, you'll love it, it's great, it's fun, and I say that to all of you. Anyone that's thinking about doing this, you just need to do it because it is awesome. It's a lot of fun, and the people I've met and the friends I've made, it's invaluable, absolutely invaluable, and I just enjoy it. I love it, and I really didn't think I would. So, and I really thought I would struggle with talking and continuously talking, because usually if I'm out socializing with people and the other person that I'm talking to is quite quiet, I struggle. I really struggle, believe it or not, I do. But if I'm in a crowd of people or I'm talking to someone that's really chatty, I'm great then. I'm fine. I can chat back. I can bounce off that. But if I don't get that, I find it really hard. So for somebody like me, I thought I would struggle with this, but it's cross stitch. I could talk about cross stitch all day, every day, all day. I've discovered. So Lollipop Stitches, she did put one up, and she sent me a message and said she'd put one up, and I watched it, and she was fine. She was great. She did a great job. So hi Lolly. So yeah, she was another one, and she mentioned me and gave me a shout out and said, you've got to go watch this funny story. It's hilarious. So wanted to give her one too. And then I was watching somebody new that I hadn't watched before. First time I'd watched her, and her name is, now I hope I'm saying this right, Andrea. It'll either be Andrea or Andrea. And she's in Colorado. And I'm just sitting there watching, oh, she's good, yeah, okay, check her out. Watched her. Next thing, she's mentioning my mum's funny story and me, and yeah, cool. Hey, hi, Andrea. And also, I think her site is Andrea Stitches or Andrea Stitches. But I'm sure if you type in her name, you'll find her. She's in Colorado. She was great. Loved her projects too. She had a lot of really nice projects as well. So did Lolly. you know, and again, for me, it's not even a taste thing. I can watch anyone. It doesn't matter whether I like their stitching or I don't. I just like watching. I just like seeing what people are working on. It doesn't have to be something I love or I want to do. I just love watching them. And then I was watching one of my favourites at the moment is Robert's Palace of Stitches. How cool a name is that? Robert's Palace of Stitches. I love Robert. And I had already watched quite a few of his videos, and I was watching and he had found me and mentioned, you know, my mum's funny story, and that he got a kick out of it, and that you all should come and watch. So again, thanks Robert for the shout out. And I love the way he when he starts his videos, he does a really great greeting. You go check it out. It's really good the way he starts his videos. I like those. And also I wanted to mention, who else have we got? Denkai. She didn't give me a shout out. She probably doesn't even know I exist. But I found her, and I've been watching her, Denkai, she's from the UK. She has an Etsy store of needle minders, and she's great. She's really funny, really animated and really funny, and her husband gets quite involved with her videos, and they're great together, and he's funny too. He's really sweet. He edits the videos for her, and he puts bloopers at the end, and it's great. She's really good to watch, so you need to check out her. And now I've got two more. The last two are Aussies. Lorna Ladybird Stitcher. Her and I have been watching each other for a while, but she's fabulous too. Really, really good. And I did just want to mention, she had mentioned in her last video that I watched that she's found that she's leaning a little towards samplers. She's gotten quite into samplers. And here's the chick. So was not my thing. Samplers? No. So was not my thing. I was into, you know, I've explained this before. I love full coverage pieces that look like a photo, you know, or a picture or a painting or something like that. That's what really, Flosstube knows, that's what really attracts me, is that kind of stuff. And samplers just weren't on my list. I loved looking at them, but since I stitched Death by Cross Stitch, I thought, and all of a sudden, they just look really appealing when they didn't before. It's funny, isn't it? You stitch something and all of a sudden you like it, and you'd think you wouldn't, but I do. I really do. So I've got a bit of haul to show you, and I'll show you one that I've bought from the Nashville thingy. The Nashville. You know what I'm talking about. It's all good. Okay. And one last lucky last one is a girl I watched in Australia. Hi Belinda. Hi Belinda. She just put up her first video a few days ago, and her name is An Itch to Cross Stitch. Oh my gosh, guys, you have to go and check her out. She had some beautiful things. She's just started on here, and I wanted to, you know, help her out and give her a little shout out. If you for no other reason, this girl is stunning. I mean, stunningly beautiful looking girl. She should be modelling somewhere on a catwalk somewhere. Beautiful looking girl, but she's also really sweet and really lovely. I've chatted to her a few times. Great, really great. Got some lovely things happening. She's doing a nice mirabilia and that kind of thing. So her stitching's lovely. You need to go and check her out as well. Not just because she's pretty. She's got beautiful stitching, I promise you. Beautiful stitching. So go and check her out. And that's that. I'm not doing any more. That'll do. Oh, what I did want to say was, if because I was watching these people, and I just happened to be watching them, and they've given me a shout out, because it's so weird. It's so weird to hear your name. If you found me, or if you find me from somebody giving you the you know, hey, go watch this girl, I would love if you comment to just say how you found me, because they're only ones that I know of that I watch. There could be more, and I really like to just go and say thank you if they do that. And because what it's doing is it's helping people find people, because I've had people, you know, in the comments say, I just found you. I think Bendy Stitch, Michelle had mentioned me, and someone commented and said that was how they found me, and I really like that, because it just shows that when we do these shout outs, people find each other, and that's what it's all about, is finding each other and meeting more of us. And you know, I've been on here for 18 months, and Andrea, for instance, from Colorado, she had tons of videos, and I'd never seen her before. Just never seen it before. I'll often just let it run and just let it play, and I don't know how it picks who it plays for me, but you know, I hadn't watched her or seen her before, so that was really cool, just to find you know new people all the time. I love that about this community. You know, that's how we find each other. So, okay, alrighty. Now, what I'm hoping to do is, you would have seen my daughter's picture in the thumbnail. Yeah, I know, she looks like me. Her and I are going to do the giveaway, and I'm hoping to insert it right here. So hopefully, because I've filmed it separately, so I'm hoping that I'm going to edit that and put it right in here. If for some reason it isn't here, it's because I couldn't work it out, and I'll put it up as a separate video, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to figure that out, so it will go here. Okay, here we go. Special guest, Shelby. No, you're not seeing double. Yes, we did get told that we look alike. Yes, we realise apparently we look alike. We don't think so. We just think it's this. But yeah, people do very strangely stop my daughter in the street that don't know her and say you Teresa's daughter. So apparently we do look alike.
All the time.
She gets that a lot. Okay, so we're here to do the giveaway. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to very quickly show you everything again, just in case you've forgotten. Some fabric, Country Cottage, Paris, more fabric. This is the lovely pattern that I was supposed to stitch for this girl when she was 1, that I never quite got around to stitching.
Middle child, always forgotten about.
Middle child, yes, middle child, poor middle child. Yes, she has that syndrome. Okay, highlighters, very good highlighters. Some treasure braid. Love this treasure braid. Sparklies, some needles, bowen needles, and some bookmarks. And last but not least, Mr. Froggy that I told you all. I'm really sad that Mr. Froggy's going. Love Mr. Froggy, isn't he cute, Shell?
He is pretty cute.
He's cute. I really want to keep him. There's Ginger Gerald Stitch's crown. Good luck, Gerald. Okay, here we go. So Shelby's going to hit go on the randomizer. I had 100 people that entered. Here's all your names that I took me forever. I had to write all these names. Look at that. But yeah, love you guys. She's always so helpful, so more than happy to do it. So you're all on there. So I had 100 names. So okay, Shelbs, off we go.
All right. So I hit this one here?
Yes.
Okay.
Generate.
Number
we go.
65.
65.
Which is...
Who's lucky 65?
Kim Cochran.
Kim Cochran. Yay! Go Kim, you won! Woohoo! Okay, so I'm going to show you on here so you all know. There she is. Kim, can you see your name, honey? There you are. So you can just send me a comment and we'll get in touch with each other, and I'll get your address and send you out your lovely giveaway. So yes, I did ask my daughter, would she come on and help me? And she surprisingly said yes. I really didn't think that she would, but she did say yes. Thank you for doing that for me, sweetheart.
Was it really a question?
I didn't. I did not drag you on here. I just asked. I promise I didn't drag her on here. I just asked her, would she help me? So I will tell you a little bit about her. I'll just embarrass her just slightly. Firstly, how clever am I? Look what I made. But yes, this is my daughter. She's 19 and you're studying at uni.
Yes.
And she has 2 jobs, so she's never home, and I very rarely see her, and she has a boyfriend, and, you know, he's cute, so I don't see much of her because she's either there or she's... Hi, Sam! Hi, Sam! No, but I did just want to mention, like, Shelby will tell you that, yeah, basically I cross-stitch
All the time.
a lot.
All day. Every day.
A lot. And they'll walk in the door and they haven't been here for 2 days and they know exactly where to find me. If I'm home, they know where to find me. And just here, I'll show you very quickly. I'll try not to make you seasick, but if I spin you around, can you see that chair? Yes. That's where... that's where my children sit.
Yes.
And chat to me while I'm stitching, because if they didn't, yeah, well, you know, they just wouldn't get to talk to me because that's always where I am. But yeah, they come and they sit and they talk to me, and I really, really like it when they do that. I get to chat to them while I'm stitching, so that's pretty much, yeah, how they get to talk to me. Otherwise, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm stitching. I'm busy.
Pretty much.
Go find your own. Go cook your own dinner.
So neglected we are.
It's true. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
She's
Little
really not kidding.
No. Go wash your own work uniform, shall we? I'm busy.
So yeah, I wanted her to come on though and help me today because yeah, the whole randomizer thing worried me a little bit, but yeah, I think it was pretty straightforward to use. But yeah, basically, I'm very proud of her and she's doing really well, and she's very busy and she works very hard. And she did say to me the other day, Mum, I'm working really hard and I've got no money.
Yep. That's how it goes.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when you're a uni student.
She's broke all the time. Yeah. She never asks me for money. She's a good kid. She does the right thing and she works hard. And I'm very proud of her for that. So, thank you for coming
Not a
and
problem.
helping me.
Mwah.
Oh, isn't she gorgeous? Those boys, I tell you, they're going to watch this.
Oh,
and
God.
they're going to thumbs down it for sure because that Jed, the youngest one, who helps me, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Helps me with
He
all
does.
these
He
videos,
does.
helps me edit them, helps me with the little start-up bit of music, and he's done all that for me. Really, really helpful. Always will help me whenever I ask, but then thinks it's really funny to go and put thumbs downs on my videos. So you'll
Yeah.
notice there's one on every video and it's from him.
That's the boys.
So yeah, it's no one being mean. It's just my son.
Mm.
Yeah, being mean, because that's what boys do.
Yes. That's what my brothers do. Yes.
And they're mean to you too, aren't they?
Yes.
They're very mean to her.
2,000 followers on Instagram, so Jed went and unfollowed me. So then I didn't have 2,000 anymore. Yeah.
Because that's what
brothers.
your brothers do.
Yeah.
That's just what they do. So yeah, but they're good. They're okay. They're not. They're cruel to you.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's their job,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's their job. So thank you, darling, for coming on
No
today to
problem.
help me. So I'm going to let her go now before she runs away screaming with embarrassment. But yeah, congratulations, Kim, and we'll go back to the video now. Okay, alrighty. Now I don't want to say who won, just in case I muck it up and I can't get the video because I've already filmed it. I already know who the winner is, so hopefully all of you know too now. So yeah, had a lot of fun doing that with my daughter. Had a lot of fun, and it was really sweet of her to do that for me. Really sweet. Now, all right. Oh, and I am going to do another one at 1,000 subscribers, so stay tuned for that. Now I want to talk about my mum's project. I got so many responses about this. So many responses about the fact that this is Needlepoint and it's called Needlepoint. And from what I did learn about it, and I then went on and I searched on YouTube and I found lots of YouTube tutorials on it because you all told me to go do that, so I went and did that. And what I did discover is that needlepoint is pretty much in Australia, it's what we call a tapestry. I think pretty much. That's because I've done tapestries when I was young, and it's exactly what you're describing to me. It is the wool and it's the half crosses, and pretty much that's, you know, I think what this is for me, it's a tapestry. Now I got tons of tips. Yeah, you can do it with DMC. Yeah, you can do this. Yeah, you can do that. Lots and lots of help. So thank you so much to everybody that helped me with this. I had a lady message me that had a needlepoint shop, and I think I've forgotten to write her name down. I did, sorry. She'd had a needlepoint shop. She didn't have it anymore, but she had a needlepoint shop, and she explained to me that yes, I could do it with DMC. She suggested I could do some treasure braid on the bridge if I wanted to make it sparkle a little. But what she really did suggest that I really took and ran with, probably too much, but hey, was using variegated thread, which I'd never used before. And she said, yeah, you know, that was one of the tips that she gave me, was to try variegated thread. So I went on and ordered some different colours and just thought, oh, well, I'll just have a play around with it and see how I go. So I have only got a little bit of it stitched. I'm a bit concerned about a couple of things. I am doing it in crosses, and I know a lot of you suggested that I do it with wool and I do it thickly, but that's a real rusticy kind of look for me. It's about the detail, and that's what I love about cross stitch, is how detailed it is. So I was hoping to try to sort of do crosses. So I've tried it so far with 3 threads of variegated, and I've done the bridge, and I've done the bridge in what I would call a red, but it's a very dark red. I got on and I looked at photos of the bridge, and it's quite a bright red, I think, when the sun hits it. But I liked this colour, this red. It's coming up actually quite bright on here. It's probably not that bright in real life. It's a little more burgundy looking, but to me on the pictures it almost looked a little orangey looking, which, you know, but I really liked this variegation in this one. I liked the colours, and I liked that it had these sort of darker shadowy bits, and, you know, I just really liked it, so that was the colour I picked. Now if you can just see, the only other part I've done is this here. So all this area down there and all the way up to there was done with, it just was this plain green, and yeah, that's too blocky and it makes it look a bit cartoony. I'm trying to give it a bit more depth. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea what I'm doing. Like I said to you guys before, I just, you know, don't change things. I do what the pattern tells me, but there is no colours for this. It doesn't chart. There's no chart. So I thought, okay, here's your chance to be a little creative and have a play around with these, you know, variegated threads. And I'm loving that. And see how it's got like all the light bit over here? That was just totally random. That's just how it came out. So I'm going to put the rest of the green all the way down to here. And then I have some more pretties in here that I've got. I'll just show you what I'm going to do, what my plans are. I am a little bit concerned, and there is a question I want to ask. So this is the red. This is a I forget what these threads are called, Cottage Garden Threads. It's an Australian company. So that's the colour that I picked for that. It's so pretty, really pretty. And I've never used anything like that before, so I really wanted to try it. I think that may have been what steered me a little. And I've got some of these variegated ones here. So the greens, this is the green that I used for the grass. Now this mountain, see the mountain here, and it looks like sand or dirt. I've looked pictures up, and it's green mountains, green trees behind there. So I'm going to make it green because I think that looks a bit yuck. So I'm going to use the lighter, and I might do a little bit of darker bits on the tips or down the bottom or something. Try and get the light to look like it's, you know, it's all different coloured greens maybe. I don't really know. Now, this is the sky colour I got. Again, it's very variegated. I'm a little worried that if I do like the whole sky across here in that, is it going to look funny? I don't know. Because the sky's really not like that. It's just one colour. Do you see what I mean? I got a bit carried away with the threads because I was just like, oh, look at this one. Oh, look at this one. So I was just buying them all. And then I got this one. See, this for the water. Yes, yes. Yeah, don't you reckon? I'm going to do this for the water, and I'm going to try and just grab a few darker sort of pieces, bits of the colour, and put them where that shadow is to give it a bit of a shadowed effect. But I don't really mind because I just think that will look cool. But with the sky, what do you guys think? Do you think that will look weird? Or will it look a bit speckly like it's cloudy? I'm not sure. And then the last colour I got was this one, grey, because there's a little bit of grey here on the, see down on the, yeah, I don't know, wires. And this seagull. I thought I might do him in this sort of variegated colour. So I'll give that a go. I think that'll be fine too. But yeah, I am a little bit worried about the sky. Maybe I should just do the sky all blue, plain blue. So I'd like to know what you guys think. But so far, now when I have sat and stitched this, to me, it looks really untidy. My crosses look really, really untidy. But I'm looking at it on here and it looks fine, doesn't it? But up close, I don't know whether I can get it up close enough to really... Can you see how it's almost like you can't even see the cross underneath? You can only see one way. It's weird because there's two crosses. It's both ways. But you can't really see that. It just looks like a mess. It doesn't look like neat crosses like I'm used to seeing, but it's looking fine. I'm really happy with it. So I'm just going to keep going, and the coverage is really good. That's 3 threads, and yeah, the coverage is really good. So I'm just going to keep persevering, plugging away at that, because I will say it's not something that I would do again, I don't think. But what I will say is I have quite enjoyed it, and what I've been doing is just sitting down at, you know, if I've got a show that I want to watch on TV, because I don't stitch in the same room as the telly, I've been picking this up and just carrying this little bag in with my threads in it and just sitting and stitching it while I'm watching telly, because I don't have to cut graphs and highlighters and all of that. So you can just sit in front of the telly and just, you know, stitch away and look down, watch telly, look down. It's not hard to do. So I have enjoyed it for that reason, that I haven't really had to concentrate and I can just, you know, fill it in. A bit of fun. Really, really liked it. So something different, having a play with that. So yeah, I did tell my mum the story and all the rest of it. And yeah, I am hoping again with my editing that right here, you're now going to be seeing a picture of my mum. Now my mum, very interestingly, I'll just have a little drink. She's 65. She's not your average grandma. She's actually 17 years older than me. She had me when she was 17. She was very young. And so there's not a lot of distance between us, you know, so we do get along quite well, and we have the same kind of, she's right into fashion and clothes and shoes. She's shoe fanatic. She drives a black convertible VW sports car. Yeah, you're getting a picture now. Her hair can often be purple or red or a little pink. She's not your average grandma. She's a very cool grandma, and her clothes, oh my goodness, very trendy. Yeah, so I'm hoping she doesn't have her really bright coloured trendy clothes on in the photo I'm going to insert, but it's the photo that I asked her to take and send to me, and this is the one she sent to me. So this is the one I want to put up so that she knows this is the photo that's gone up. She's really outgoing, my mum. Really outgoing, loves to go out, loves to, you know, drink red wine and have long lunches, and she's a very social person. And yeah, as I said, she's just enjoying herself at the moment. But I did tell her the story, and she just loved that it made all you guys laugh, and we had another laugh about it again. And yeah, it's awesome. So hopefully, here's my mum. Now, if she's not there, it's because, like I said, editing's not my thing. So I am going to really try hard to get better at that because I really do want to get better at it. So, okay. Now, I have one more quick thing to tell you, and then I'm going to do some haul. Mittagong, the cross-stitch shop. I went. I didn't go on Mother's Day because the kids kicked up a big stink. Yeah, they did. Nasty children. I couldn't argue, but because they said every Mother's Day we spend with my mum as well as my sister, and they pretty much guilted me and said, how can you not go and spend Mother's Day with your mum? That's your mum. And I thought, you've got a good point there. So we did all go for lunch together like we do every other year, because that's what the kids wanted to do, because they just were trying to get out of going to the cross-stitch shop. I knew, but they made a good argument. So we did just go and do that with my mum. But my husband, my lovely husband, said, I'll take you. If you want to go, I'll take you. And I went, oh, will ya? And he went, yeah, I'll take you. So 3 hours drive to Mittagong. Off we trotted the following weekend. So we went down there and I bought some things. And I would like to share them with you, what I got. The shop was amazing. It's called Victoria House Needlecraft or Needlework. It's in Mittagong. Mittagong was a beautiful place. There was beautiful antique shops. We walked around those. We had lunch. We had a really nice day. It was lovely. And he just sat in the car for an hour and a half while I was in the shop going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It was awesome. I had the time of my life. The only disappointing thing for me was that they didn't have any silks or treasure braid. Oh, no, I don't think they had treasure braid. They didn't. So they had some beads, but they didn't have all those things that I'd never seen that I was looking forward to seeing. But they had one room. It's like a cottage house, and one of the rooms was full of memorabilia pictures. Now, just quickly, that's all I really want to say about it. It was great. I had a wonderful time, and I'll show you what I bought. But I do want to mention memorabilia just for a second, because I really want to try to explain myself here. I watch all these memorabilia patterns that you guys are doing, and I'm so in love with them. I so want to do one. Now, when you show like the dresses and the hair and the beads and just the detail and mermaids. I love mermaids, and I love the big swoopy tails with all the beads, and I just want to stitch one so badly. The reason I've never done one, and this is the hard part for me to explain, I'm hoping I can explain this without offending anyone again, but for me, it's the faces, and I don't quite know how to explain it, but when they have if a cross stitch pattern has a face of a person or a pretty much of a person, I find I can't stitch it, and if I try to explain it, it's like I don't know them. I can't connect to it. It's just a person that I don't know and that I can't connect to. It becomes real in a sense to me because she has a face. So I'm putting something up on my wall of a lady that I don't know and I can't connect to. Does that make sense? Or a mermaid that has a face that I can't connect to. If I try to explain it like this, if it's Mickey Mouse, I don't know Mickey Mouse, but I can connect to that. If it's Tinkerbell, or if it was I don't know, are you understanding what I'm saying? Because they have a face, and I've looked and looked and looked because I so want to stitch one. I want to do the big dresses and that. I want to do that, but it's the face thing. I can't quite explain it. But if they've got a face, I kind of back off and go, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Which is why I decided I was going to do the Nora Corbett sleigh, because at least I can do that with the beads and the pretty, I love it. And I'm going to do that one instead. But I did go to the memorabilia room and I found this one. Now this has two girls in it, Now, they don't have a face as such. You can see their face, but there's no detailed eyes or anything. I still don't think I'm going to stitch the girls. I think I'm going to cut them out of it. You're all going, what? I know, I'm sorry, it's just not my thing. But I love this. I love this. This pattern I adore, and I had to buy it. It was actually stitched there in the shop, and that tree, oh, it looked beautiful. And what I'm hoping I might be able to do is maybe just do the 3 flower things here and just not put the girls in. Now, you guys will be stitching along with me with this. So if, you know, I'm stitching it and I get to the end and I go, the girls need to be in there, I may be able to live with it because I don't know whether you can see close enough. But there's no eyes, nose or mouth. So they don't really have a face as such. They're just, but again, see, they're just some girls. Who are they? Where did they come from? What are their names? There's no way for me to connect to it, and I find it really... You're all sitting there going, you're weird, aren't you? I know you are. But anyway, I got it, and I'm going to stitch it. And I'm hopefully it's going to look nice without the girls. That's what I'm hoping. Because I just really want to do one. I really want to do one. I love them, and I really want to do one. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to work that out. This is another pattern that you've all seen. So I'm not going to get it out of the plastic. I've always wanted to stitch this. I want to do it on opalescent fabric, and I just want to stitch it. I've always wanted to stitch it. Ever since I think Teresa Little Stitches started it, I've wanted to do it for that long, and it was there, so I just grabbed it. I just thought, oh, I've got that, I'm going to grab it. So I grabbed that one as well from there. Now, the other thing I did, here's my sampler that I was talking about earlier that I never thought I'd be into, but I am, that I got from the Scarlet House. This one was, I think, just released at that Nashville, I don't know what it's called, that Nashville thing. This year was the first year I'd heard of the Nashville thing. I sound so stupid, don't I? Anyway, this Smith sampler. Oh, I saw this and I just instantly fell in love with it. And the funny part about it is it's a sampler. Not my thing. I could have looked at 1,000 of these before and not given them the time of day, but I love this. I love it. I really love it. And I have to stitch it. And it's so pretty. Now the thing is, I took this with me and I wanted to kit it up, but she didn't have all of the specialty threads, and I really was excited about doing this with the specialty threads because I haven't used any of that before and I really wanted to do it, all the silky threads, you know. The DMC conversion is on it, but I didn't want to do it on that. The other thing they didn't have was they didn't have any what do you call it, hand-dyed fabrics, which I was also hoping to get for this, but they didn't have any. I was even thinking about doing some linen, trying the linen. So I ended up getting some 25 count, I'll just show you here. For it, I just picked a colour that I liked. I really like this because it's quite neutral. I don't know. But now I'm looking at it and I'm going, no. I was there was fabric, I wanted to buy some, so I bought some, but now I've got home and I've looked at it. I don't know that it's the right colour, and I got all of the DMC thread. Now I just want to show you, I don't know how much you can tell, but see that red, for instance, got the light on it, and this red, it's just not doing it for me. And none of these colours are doing it for me. I don't think they look like the picture. Now, it could be that, you know what it's like, sometimes you get the picture and the threads don't, you know, you get the threads and then you go, wow, that's completely different, you know. It could just be that. But I've decided that I am going to get the called for fabric and I am going to get the specialty threads, and I'm going to do it properly. No, not properly. Just, it's a choice, isn't it? It's a choice. But this isn't exciting me. I was really excited about this, and I'm looking at these going, no. And see how under the swan there's like a blue? Where's the blue? None of these look blue. I think it might be maybe that one. This one here. But that doesn't look blue. That looks blue. Yeah? How pretty is that? Oh, I'm so in love with it. So yeah, I really want to do that. That will be soon. That will be probably later this year or early next year that I'll be starting that one. So yeah, I'm definitely going to buy the proper threads and the proper fabric, and I'm going to give it a shot on the linen because I'm pretty sure. What sort of fabric was it? Maybe you guys can give me the heads up whether I'd be okay with it. It's stitched on 46 count vintage autumn gold from Lakeside Linen. I'm a bit scared. But I'm going to do it. I'm just going to jump in and do it. That was the other thing. A lot of you guys commented on the chatelaines and said, you know, none of you have had a lot of you said, oh, I really want to do a chatelaine, but, you know, I'm scared. What the hell? Just do it. I say just do it. Do it with me, you know, I'll do it with you. I just think, you know, how bad can it be? Maybe, I guess with the chatelaine, the only thing is that they're so expensive. They're really expensive. So, yeah, you don't want to be buying all that and then going, no, that's too hard, I can't do it, you know. But I just think, jump in and have a go. Look, you know, I did even weave. I did the 25 count even weave and I haven't looked back. I love it. So if you're contemplating anything like that, I just think the best thing to do is buy a bit and have a go. Our craft's not that expensive, really. You can make it expensive if you shop all the time. But yeah, I'm not a massive, you know, I'm not a massive shopper. And because my projects take forever, you know, I don't usually shop in between at all. And that's something else that I've been doing a little bit of. I've done another order that I'll show you in the next video. I've done another order from 123 Stitch and just some things that I wanted, and my niece has just told me that she's having a baby, so I've ordered a little thing to stitch for her. And I just think, well, you know, I don't spend a lot of money. I really don't spend a lot of money. I really just usually buy threads. So yeah, okay, that's an hour, guys. I got it all out. One more quick thing. Just in case any of you don't know, there's a retreat in Wyong in New South Wales on the Central Coast. It's a Mirabilia retreat and it's an hour's drive from me. So guess what? I'm going. It's in February next year, and I work with a lady who's been off work for over 12 months. Her husband had a stroke and she's been off work taking care of him, but she stitches, and we just happened to end up working together and in the last 4 years, and she stitches and we talk about stitching a lot. And I messaged her because she's not a Flosstube or anything like that, so I messaged her and I said there's a retreat, and she got straight on and booked us both a spot. So I know she's really keen to go, which is really nice because I think it'll be nice for her to have a break from looking after her poor sick hubby. So her and I are going, and it's in February, and it's a Mirabilia retreat, and Nora Corbett will be there. And I'm really excited because I just watched, all the girls just went here in Australia to the one in May, and Nora Corbett was there. And I'll just give Pyrex Stitches a quick shout out. Pyrex Stitches, Claire, go and watch her video. She interviews Nora at the retreat. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So she just seems lovely, and I'm really excited to meet her. And no, I'm not going to tell her that I have a problem with faces on Mirabilias. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to tell her how wonderful she is because I just think she's amazing. And as an artist, I just admire her so much, and her work and all those dresses and mermaids. Like I said, I adore them. I want to stitch one so bad. Yeah, so I'm going to that in February, so that's really, really exciting. I'm really excited about that. Is there anything else I had to tell you? I think that's everything, guys. I think we're good. It's only been an hour. Oh my God, this is going to take so long to upload again. But I had so much to tell you, so much to tell you, and I've probably talked really fast, but okay. Thank you so much, guys, for entering my giveaway. it was so exciting for me. I got so many comments, and you all made sure you put your little Chatelaine word in there. And as I said, it was just a way for me to say thank you and congratulations to. Hopefully, I'm not spoiling anything if you haven't gone and watched. No, I won't say it. I won't say it because if I couldn't work out how to edit it in, it'll be a separate video. So I don't want to ruin anything, just in case it is a separate video. But hopefully, I've managed to put it in here. So again, thank you for all your support. Thank you for all the wonderful comments about my mum's story. It gave me such a thrill to know that you all enjoyed it and that I made so many of you laugh. That was such, you couldn't have given me any better comment than that. That made my day, because that's what it was all about. It was just about having a laugh with you guys. So take care, everybody. Happy stitching. I'll be back in... where are we? It's the 4th. Did I say the 4th of June? Hopefully very, very beginning of July. Like no more than 4 weeks is what I'm hoping. Okay, for another catch up. And I'll have some more haul then as well. So take care, everyone. Happy stitching. Thanks again so much for watching. Bye.